I keep looking at this list of leagues I've got loaded for this new series. I've never done anything like this before, have I? Yes, folks, how is it going? And a warm welcome back. It's the start of a brand new Football Manager adventure, The Journey Manager. The aim of this series is to get from Singapore back to London before my son retires. Now, I will fully appreciate that is a lot to digest as a sentence for a Football Manager series, so allow me to explain. Yeah, okay, first things first, I have a son for this save game. This man is going to join us everywhere we go, and we are going to be going to a lot of places, and if you're wondering, how are you going to convince him to join you in Myanmar? The in-game editor is how I'm going to do it. Yeah, we're going to bribe FIFA, give him candy, and keep him happy. He's coming with me literally to every club. Which I suppose brings me on to the next thing. We are unemployed for this save game, and we will be finding a job in Singapore to kick things off. The reason for that will become clear in just a moment, but in terms of Singapore, it's a 9-team league. And yeah, I've never managed in Singapore before, so this should be fun in itself. But unlike other Journeyman save games you've perhaps seen on YouTube, this one is a little bit different because to move to a club, I've got to earn air miles. So miles are earned via goals, wins, or competition wins. Winning a top division's worth 1,000 points. Secondary divisions and cups are worth just 500. I can only win those cup competitions once, and using this fantastic tool, every time I achieve something that I'm proud of, I'll input it into Football Manager. It will update the number of miles that I can move to for my next job, and if I move to a team in range, I will lose from my bank to tally the number of miles we've had to move. I'm hoping we're going to win the league in Singapore eventually, because those 1,000 miles could get me all the way to Bangkok. Yeah, Thailand is loaded, as are a load of other custom nations for this save game. And of course, once we choose Bangkok, that miles total will go down and I have to build up that bank yet again. And hopefully, ultimately, we will hop, skip and jump across the world, like in this example you can see here, all the way back to London and win the Premier League with my son. And he will be the ultimate Nepo baby. So that is the save game in a nutshell. On screen here, you can see my manager attributes. Yeah, no coaching badges, Sunday League experience. Yeah, these will hopefully improve over the course of the save game. Anyway, right now, it is the start of the Singaporean season. I'm going to try and apply for jobs as soon as they become available. Hopefully, I'm not waiting too long. We're going to run the intro, and I'll join you when there's some jobs and stuff actually happening. I hope my son's okay in the meantime. So when I last saw you, it was July. I didn't think it was going to take till December for someone to get sacked. And Tanjong Pagar are the first team to sack a manager in the Singaporean Premier League. They've got 2 wins in 21. We're already past halfway in the season. Now, the good news is I can apply for the job, which I am obviously going to do. The bad news is their current manager they've put in as a caretaker manager, and they're going to give him an opportunity to prove himself. So this isn't even a guaranteed job. I have been looking at the other Singaporean jobs out there. Albirex might have an opening. Their manager's status is very insecure. They used to be one of the big teams in Singapore, and they had loads of Japanese players in because they're linked up with Albirex. But now in real life, they don't have, I don't think, that same affiliation. They used to have their own unique rules. They don't have those anymore. And I quite fancy that job if it comes available. I'm going to go and hate watch their upcoming games and hope that Tanjong Pagar can win. If they sack their manager or if I get a job interview, I'll come back. Okay, well, they sacked their manager after 3 days. Sorry to Yoshinaga. I feel like I just jinxed him there. He hasn't even got the game against Panjong. I can't remember the team's name. You can tell I really don't want that job, can't you? Apologies to the fans of Tanjong Pagar. It's nothing personal. I don't really like the panther on their badge. It looks awful. As for Alvarex's badge, that would look a lot better, wouldn't it, on a thumbnail? Yeah, view job advert, apply for job. That's definitely the thing to do here. They have slipped down to 6th place, but they are still 12 points ahead of Tanjong Pagar. That seems a lot more appetising as a job. Oh, and just one thing to mention that I should have mentioned sooner. Whilst the Singapore League will be wrapping up before we really have any chance of winning it, the Singapore Cup that we could get some miles via doesn't start until March. So if I get a job by March, which I'd like to think we do, that could be our first shot at some big mileage. So I've had Christmas and a few more weeks off, and Tanjong Pagar have not improved. They've got rid of their caretaker manager. He actually managed to beat Albirex, which is absolutely spectacular, but but he has now gone, and very graciously they are offering me a job interview, which I feel like I do have to do. Albirex still haven't announced anything with their manager either, mind you. I'm kind of hoping they call me sooner rather than later. Have you ever gone to a job interview for a job you don't really want? That's how I feel right now. You're up for a few jobs right now. Are you hedging your bets? If the jobs are vacant, it's fair to explore those options. Raymond is not a fan of me. Yes, I'll improve the dressing room atmosphere. I am a motivator. I love this option. Raymond's asking if I want to take charge at the end of the year. I feel like, as I mentioned, the Singapore Cup would be a good thing to be in charge for, so I'll take charge immediately, please. I'm being asked about the backroom staff. They have a lot of backroom staff. Are they actually any good? I always judge a club by its head of youth development. It's not great. But I'll be honest, I don't want to be stuck without a job for too much longer, so I'm just going to say that we don't need any more people. And I'll work with the director of football. I'm sure he's lovely. It's never a great sign when the club's kind of vision is avoid finishing bottom as the aim. Just avoid finishing bottom. In a league with no relegation, that's not ambition. But I am just going to tell them it's absolutely fine. And I have no more requests. Raymond, I don't really want the job. I'm hoping Albirex are going to get on the blower in a moment. But I need a plan B. And... Tanjong Pagar might be the plan B. Also, I love that because we've got so many leagues loaded, I'm just getting a weird knowledge of different leagues. Did you know there's a team called Transport United in Bhutan? Yeah, me neither, but we could be managing them one day. I applied for the Albirex job, I think it was the 17th of December. It's now the 9th of January. Surely they've got to come back to me eventually. What is going to be awkward is if I get a job offer for Tanjong Pagar and then Albirex contact me too. I kind of want to hold out for the better job. Tanjong Pagar United have offered me a 1-year contract and £180. Raymond looks so happy to offer me the job as well. I'm going to delay it. Tell you what, bit relieved they've actually agreed to that. Normally with Park to Prem and I start unemployed, I'm very picky and choosy about jobs. When there's just one league with 9 teams, yeah, I feel like I maybe need to be less choosy. Okay, it took a month. I've been offered a job interview for the Albirex Singapore job. This is the job I want. They had a media prediction of 3rd. They've actually got competent players. Yohei Otaki here actually looks good. I could use him. I'll attend the interview. It's great to be here. You're up for a few jobs. I'm just going to convince them. I'm merely considering my options. The dressing room atmosphere is bad. Just stick on a WorkTheSpace video and they'll all be happy. I love this. Yeah, we need someone who's going to take us to the next level. Can you make that a reality? The option of my reputation speaks for itself. Just as a reminder, I'm a Sunday League footballer from England. I'll just say I know I can get the job done. Do I want to take over at the end of the season or now? I'm ready as soon as you need me. I'm like a really crap superhero. Do I want to work with Dominic Wong, the director of football? Yeah, you know what? Why not? He's a lot better than the staff at the other club. They're not expecting anything of me this season. Excellent. This sounds like a great gig. Okay, Daisuke, if you want to give me the job, that would be very, very good. The interview sees me linked. Sunday League English football is more reputable than people realise. Now, Albarex's wage budget is double Tanjong Pagar's, so... Albirex coming. Also, away days will be coming back, if you're wondering. What is going on this picture? Like, Geelong Stadium, that's not a football pitch right there. Why is there a gazebo on the pitch? I can't remember the date that I delayed the first job offer. If I don't get the second job offer and I end up delaying this first one too much, that's going to be a problem. Oh no, Tanjong Pagar have come back again. Raymond, I can't... Can we delay for another week, please, Raymond? They've agreed again. They are desperate. They want me. Is this what it's like when people get multiple matches on dating apps? I've never felt like this before. Okay, this is the job we want. Albirex Niigata, Singapore. Obviously, the main Albirex Niigata is actually a Japanese team. They have this satellite club in Singapore. I've been offered the job. £220 a week. I've just realised. We play at the same stadium as the other team. Everything I said about the stadium before, it's a lovely establishment. They want to grow the club's reputation, sign young players under the age of 23. I know just the bloke for that one. And I'll be honest, the rest of the aims here don't make me feel like we're going to get sacked anytime soon. Let's start the negotiations. Can we do a 2-year deal on a little bit less money? They want me. Oh my word. Finalise that deal. Get me signed up. It's at this point I wish I had an orange scarf to hold out so I could recreate this picture. I rejected an offer from Tanjong Pagar. They're currently 6th. I will fix them. Transfer budget of £41,000. The Swans have a history they can be proud of. I'm about to make them even prouder. I will say, looking at their history, they've won a lot of stuff. Their trophy cabinet's very full. Am I walking into a job that I don't realise how good it actually is? 442, speaking my language. And because I'm a sane Football Manager player, not meeting the media for a press conference. No, thank you. Youth intake preview. I love it when you walk into a new job and they're like, just here's the children coming up. C for wide midfielders. Apparently it's a good intake. We'll see about that. And if you were wondering, Jack, are we doing a match today? You bet your bottom dollar we are. I have no idea what formation or anything we're going to play, though. Now, as I already mentioned in the save game, I have a son who's going to be coming with us to every club we go to. So I suppose it only makes sense at this point to move him to my club. Yeah, we're pulling him out of school. He was playing for the Academy Junior team in Singapore. I needed to stick him at a club that kind of meant he would load in the save game. He's played 20 games for them and got 5 assists. And if you are wondering, how good have you actually made your son? I've made him a little bit consistent and good natural fitness because the save game ends when he retires or we win the Premier League. So I thought, you know, we should give ourselves a few seasons. I will say the team he was at have been playing him at left back. I made it so he can kind of play everywhere. I'm sure he's going to play a lot of different positions for me over the course of the save game. And I know someone's going to ask, what's his potential? Of course it's 200. He's never going to hit it, but he's got great genes. Look at me. In retrospect, though, 4 flair with tries tricks. Not ideal. I've also given him 1 penalty taking. He will be taking every penalty for the team. In what I'm sure is going to become a tradition here over the course of this save game, I'm going to put him on penalties. Of course, he will be having an updated name for next episode. For now, he's WorkTheSpace Junior. Amazing how many players with 1 penalty taking we've got in our squad, isn't it? Now, our first game is against Ballestier. Sounds good, doesn't it? They have a different stadium to us, and Peter Daru is their manager. Why does he look like a wrestler? This might be mental. Does he look like an older version of a Mega Luke? Let me know if I'm seeing something that I shouldn't be seeing in the comments. Now, for context, they are 9 points ahead of us, so if we want to get a win, that would be a really good start. And actually, looking at our team, I suppose we should look at our players. I mentioned Yohei Ataki is one of the good footballers at the club. He's currently been out with a long-term injury. He might be back for the next game. He is 35, and he's about to be 36. That's probably a problem. Koki Kawachi here is the captain at the club. 5-star potential, consistent, loves important matches, pacey centre-back, 9 jumping reach and 9 heading doesn't wow me. Our third best player and vice-captain is Shusei Hoshino. Yeah, he's got 3 goals in 8 games, and he doesn't wow me, but we'll try and get a tune out of him. And then I now realise the next few players are ancient. We have here Tandanari Lee. He's 39 years old. 39, which is mental until you realise our goalie, Hassan Sunny, is 40. He's got 117 caps for Singapore. Please tell me he's still the national team. He actually is. Well, he's on the bench. He's one of the national team goalies at 40. And the only other player we've got in the national team is Amy Retcher. Wow, okay, the Singapore national team is awful. Okay, so our first game is in 3 days. I'm going to go set up a tactic. There's not going to be a lot else to set up. I hope we can get a win in our first game. My son will be playing in it too. I've just realised I can make my son the vice captain or captain, couldn't I? I could do it. Should I do it? Probably not. Where is he in this list? Am I blind? He's not there. I've just realised he's quite far down the pecking order here, and he's also not registered. I can register him. No players who don't have Singapore or Japanese nationality are allowed. Wait, all my players have to be Singaporean or Japanese. My son can't play for the team. I'll be honest, in all the testing I did for this save game, my dear, this situation never came up. I could give him a nationality with the editor. Let me know in the comments if I should do that. Either that or he just sits around at this club till I leave. Oh, he's not off to a great start to his career. But I won't make him captain just to be safe. Our first game's in 3 days. I'm going to go set up the team and hope we get a win. Hi, only me, sorting out the team. I've realised this is all the defenders I currently have at the club. I can see why they're struggling. Usually with Football Manager, I say get all your best players on the pitch and then formulate a plan. I've put them all on the pitch. 5 of them are attacking midfielders and strikers, and I don't really have a defensive mid. I mean, I have Watanabe here. He's going to be the defensive mid with 7 tackling. I mean, technically, Ho Wei Loon could play centre defensive mid or centre mid, but he is the only left back at the club. I think I got a tactic. I don't know if I'm excited or terrified to show you it. I've done a team meeting. They all love me. We're going to win a game. And if you're wondering about recent form for this team, they did actually win at the start of January. They've got one win since October 3 months ago. I love the fact I'm already getting intermediary suggestions for players who are German and Turkish and that I can't register. The game is trying to trick me. I've already fallen for it. Also, I've just realised transfer deadline day is on the 1st of February. If I want to get transfers done, I have to get them done in the next week. Players have to have Singapore or Japanese nationality. I'm just rereading this for my own sanity. I've just finished a save game like this in England. But you know what? All that transfer stuff we'll worry about in the next video. For today's video, I want to end things with a win. We are taking on Balestier. Doesn't sound Singaporean, does it? We're at home for this game. And are you ready to see what I've cucked? This is my plan. What I've done is I've put all the players I can in their best roles possible. Otaki probably shouldn't be playing this game. He's 35 years old. He's coming back from injury. But if I just show the centre midfield options, you'll see my issue here. Here's the centre mids I could play. It's between him and Gareth Lowe. And with respect to Gareth, you're not rated very highly in Football Manager. I mean, saying all that, he probably will end up being subbed on in this game. In terms of the rest of the team, Tandari Lee at 39 years old is playing as a shadow striker behind Hoshino, our captain, who I'm going to have to put some faith in to get the goals for us. Current team's top goal scorer, by the way, is Bashir here. I look at him and he is not good enough for us. I don't think. I've never managed in Singapore. I have no idea what's good enough or not. If I was going to point out a weak link, well, you saw the defender situation. Kenji Austin is our centre-back. Kenji, don't mess up, mate. This might be your only game for me. Okay, well, recent form isn't good. The formation looks like a mess. It's just an asymmetric 4-4-2, if you stare at it long enough. In terms of their shape, they're playing against the least fun shape to play against in Football Manager. You can never score against this shape. For those of you wanting it, we will do a deep dive into the tactics and stuff next time out. I suspect they're going to change once I can maybe get some transfers done before deadline day happens next week. I need a whole new defence, or at least some defence would be nice. But in terms of offensive options, we've got old but gold players who are going to be good for us. I have faith. Mikuini plays it wide to Ho Wei Loon. That is a crunching tackle. Is he going to keep it in? Of course he is. Pulls it back to Atake, our left back. He's very good. Watanabe, edge of the box. Oh my God, Messiah Watanabe. We're winning a game. Come on. This guy has 7 long shots, if you're wondering, by the way. Never doubted him. Oh, and for this series, I'm going to be experimenting with sideline view like this for the replay camera. I feel like it gives you a good little angle of strikes like that. Maybe this formation is so dumb it's just going to work. Although, I'll be honest, looking at it here, it just upsets me. It's just a soup of players, but it's a soup of players that is working. We are drinking from the soup. The header goes wide. I'm getting excited. Can you tell? Although maybe I should get excited because we're straight into another highlight. Lee's got the ball. Kenji Austin to them. I mean, they're playing with 3 centre-backs, 2 defensive mids, wing-backs. They are just going to pump the ball over and try and catch us on the counter once. It's a difficult shape to break down, but you know what? We've already done it once, and just with the sheer number of players we've got going forward, maybe we can just outnumber them in their own half. Lee dinks it. That's a ball. Amy Retcher is going to get on the end of it. He's in the Singapore national team, and that is why he shoots wide. I have just realised we've got these S-League boards around the edge. I'm using an advertising board mod pack. The S-League is the old name for the Singapore Premier League, 4 or 5 years ago. Probably should update that mod. I'm being told that Atake should come off for Gareth Lowe already. I kind of knew I should have done that from the beginning, but I just wanted to play Atake. Okay, you know what? Gareth, on you come. Also, we've not made enough of the fact that my goalie's called Hassan Sunny. Is that the strongest name ever seen in Football Manager? It might well be. We're doing well, but we can take it to a whole nother level. I'm going to say that. This team was predicted to finish 3rd in the league. We do actually have quality players. It's just in terms of the squad construction, it's almost entirely nonsensical, which is perhaps reflected in the formation. Daniel, he's in the box. He's whipped it in. It's cleared away. Sagita now for them is going to bring it away on the far side. Look at the massive fans there. Look at them in their orange. They are loving life. Sassy. Back to Emmerich Ong. The names in this save game are going to be fun. I picked Singapore, not because it's English speaking as a country, but that definitely makes the name a little easier than some of the places we might end up managing. And as Hassan Sunny, Makes a massive save. I love this bloke. Corner for them now. It's whipped in the middle. Hassan Sunny yet again. What a bloke. I do get 5 subs. I'm looking at the bench. None of these players are good. But you know what? Bashir is the top goal scorer. So in Bashir we trust. Hillman nor Hissam. He just looks happy to be here, doesn't he? You know what? He's so happy. I might bring him in at centre mid for Lee. I'm just concerned about Lee at 39 years old. I feel like we should wrap him in bubble wrap. 20 minutes left in this game. There's been 3 shots on target in 70 minutes. It's a great advertisement for the Singaporean game. The ball's whipped in here. Gareth Lowe is surely going to keep this alive. Gareth, where are you going? On off the bench, of course, half-time for Atake. Watanabe, Bashir... also one of the subs. Oh, the happy man doesn't get there. By the way, the happy man is just Nur Hissam. He's the happy man, isn't he? I thought he was going to get there for just a moment, but the ball did run away from him. And now they're going to launch it forward. Right. I think this is fine. There's 18 minutes left. We're holding on for a lead. They've not really looked like scoring. We've not really looked like scoring. Should we just blow the whistle after 72 minutes and call it time? McCunney for us at centre-back gives it to Kenji Austin, the worst player in our squad, I think, in terms of the starting 11 for today's game. He's not put a foot wrong so far, and he still hasn't. What a ball that is by Kenji. Daniel, options in the middle, Bashir. Okay, I understand why he's the top goal scorer now. That's his 8th for the year. He will start the next game. I always rated Kenji Austin as a ball-playing defender. What a ball that is. Ignore their left-back jumping like a small toddler in one of those bouncy chairs. It's 2-0. Oh no, the happy man is injured. What's the injury? Foot injury. I don't have a centre attacking mid to bring on. Zamri, left wing. He's quick and can run fast. That's good in the match engine, right? And then Amy, you're now a centre attacking mid. Congrats. I can't believe the happy man's got injured. That's made me really sad. I mean, we're 2 goals up. Make it 3. Make it 3. Gareth, what are you going to do? Gareth, what are you going to... That's a ball, actually, to Zamri. The subs are linking up. The subs have actually played better than the starters. Zamri was offside. It wouldn't have counted anyway. Okay, 5 minutes of added time. It just comes and goes. It's one of the worst games of Football Manager I've ever seen. I don't care. We've won a game. Nice work, everyone. Now I'm stressed about tomorrow's episode, because tomorrow's episode is going to be a transfer special. I need a defence. The happy man's out for 2 weeks. We can live with that. And with that win, we climb... Well, I was going to say we climb up to 6th. We don't climb at all, because DPMM managed to beat Tampines in 3rd. So that's a disaster. There's only 32 games in the league season, so there's actually not long left of the year, really. But I'm going to use the rest of this season, I suppose, as a chance to experiment. And knowing that the transfer window closes at the end of next week, I'm going to spend this whole week next time as a transfer special trying to rebuild this team and do okay. I'm just going to do a little thought experiment to begin with, which is I'm going to demote all these players down at the bottom who have no current ability whatsoever down to the under-21s. And then look at my current squad. I don't need 4 goalies, so you go down to the under-21s. This team literally has no defenders, and like half the population of the team is just attacking midfielders. We're buying defenders next episode. I suppose I should also mention, for that 2-goal win, that's 2 miles. For the win itself, that's 3 miles. I can move 5 miles for my next job. Obviously, we're going to keep count of that timer and total overtime. Probably don't need to worry about it on a match-to-match basis. I will also point out, just by holidaying forward for 5 months, my manager attributes went up. I don't understand Football Manager either. Hope you enjoyed episode 1 of this whole new save game. I'm really excited for the concept of this and the weird and wonderful countries we're going to end up managing in. Not done a Journeyman here on the channel before. Doing one like this, I think, is going to be interesting. Remember, down in the comments, do we forge a passport for my son so he can actually play for us? Let me know. Besides all of that, have a lovely rest of your day. We will be back next time for some transfers and some matches. Hopefully some more wins as well. I'll talk to you tomorrow for more. I'm out.